boom.
I don't know.
Started.
Maybe we can do like questions, viewer questions all night, all day. I don't know. It's whatever you guys want to do.
I didn't even honestly change the graphic, so it still says the topics from last week. I've been so busy. It's
Well,
not
who wasn't
lazy.
here?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Who wasn't here? There was We can probably do Kaya. She could answer that question.
Okay,
She
was here
wasn't
the first week.
Yeah, she
For the
was
second-
Deegan was busy
here
getting to
the
the
first
finals
week.
and Smite this weekend.
the second week though.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
the
Answer the
goals
question.
for the stream. What about that? I mean, who didn't answer that?
Well, we kind of talked about. I mean, Kerrville and Kaya during the first week was kind of discussed as well. So.
Cool.
Oh, I never even changed this back to 1080p. Dang it. I am so like. I was not expecting to do this right now. Okay.
Just throwing the game right here.
It's
And it reminded you, huh?
We're fine.
we-
You know what, too? I need to get out of Skyrim because I can hear the
Morphin'
Skyrim
time.
like ambient
All day.
noise in my background,
It's the
and
worst.
it's like,
I hate games when you minimize them and they just keep their sound up the entire time.
yeah, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I
who
don't
do you
want
think
that.
you are, game? I mean,
I think the
dang.
notifications. I think the worst sound in the entire world when it comes to a game is the notifications on Smite when you get a game.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can
Thank
turn
you.
it down now.
So
No,
loud.
you
think
can
Deegan
turn it
was in
down.
there.
There is a volume
Uh-huh.
bar to turn it down now. Thank
Oh, I
goodness.
turned it down. I turned it down to 2%. It still scared the living shit out of me.
So loud, yeah. You don't want you to
I'm
miss
not
it. That's
gonna
why.
Just turn it
Okay.
off.
So
God, it
let's
sucked.
open this podcast up. Okay, so call it what it is. You can say I'm lazy if you want. Don't really care. I honestly forgot about the podcast this week.
Yeah.
I've
That
been
Alzheimer's
so
kicking in there, Deke.
It is.
busy.
Phew, it's
I
rough.
literally wake up at like 6:30 to make sure the door's unlocked for the carpenter that has been coming to my house to work on the basement. And depending on whether or not he needs my work or needs me down there, which last week it wasn't as bad, but this week and like probably since the middle of last week, I mean, I've been down there at least 8 to 10 hours a day with him, and then I come up, I eat lunch or eat dinner, and I stream for like 4 or 5 hours, then go to bed. So I've been pretty busy with stuff. So we're gonna just kind of open forum it, I guess. If you guys
That
have
sounds
something
great.
you want to talk about, we'll just do that. And if anybody in chat has questions or anything that they want to discuss, we can do that as well.
Definite.
So let's actually do this. I'm going to software capture the Twitch chat so we can overlay that as well. So that could be another reference point for the video in case anybody wants to go back and watch it. And
Yeah, people do like to go back and watch the podcast, so that's
Yeah.
probably a good thing.
Bank bonk bank, you're fired too. Okay.
Shut up, Gab.
Cool. I guess we can. Let's. I want to know how this tournament went. That you were this casual tournament for this Smite thing, because it's actually got me a little bit intrigued. I'm actually enjoying Smite a lot. Granted, I'm only like a level 15. I absolutely love the game. It's such a fun thing to get into. And when you said you had a casual tournament slash
Dude, no.
whatever, I
It's
want to
really-
know how I
it's
can get
really
in.
fun, and I gotta tell you, I've had a couple close friends too. My buddy Justin's literally sitting in the channel above me in Mumble, and he just bought the God Pack too. Like I got him started on Smite like 2
Yep.
weeks ago, and he's hooked.
I was thinking about doing it because I mean, with how everything is with the gems, if you add it all up, like you spend like what $50 and they only give you enough for 17 champs. Yet there's like 30 champs so far, plus more coming out, and you get them all for $20.
Well,
it's
you
amazing.
get all of them up till now. So when the release of the game comes out, those are gonna be separate. So all
No,
of-
they're not.
No, it's permanent.
Changed it now,
Forever and ever
Deegan.
and
They
ever.
changed
You always
it? When did
could've
they
got
change
it.
We
it.
talked about that before, about how they worded it kind of funny, like it wasn't. It said 30 or up until beta end, but now they changed it. Now, if you buy the God Pack, you get every God released ever.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
'cause
you get them all.
That's what Heroes of Newerth did with their legacy accounts. When you started in there, if you purchased an account,
It's smart.
everything.
It's
You get
it's
everything.
super smart.
It's smart, but do they not think they're going to lose a ton of money? Because people who are going to buy that pack, we're going to buy the next gods that were going to come out
Yeah,
anyways,
but
don't you think?
you're looking at like guaranteed
It's-
money now as
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
questionable money later.
Mhm.
It's
And I mean,
always smart to do that.
It's very smart for the simple fact like Smite is a new style MOBA. Like this is to me, I think I don't know about you guys, but this is the first time I've seen a MOBA as a first person shooter
The only
type
other
deal.
one that I've played like that is the Super Monday Night Combat, which is more of like
Yeah.
a first-person
Which-
shooter MOBA.
yeah.
Yeah. So like to go ahead and say, hey, here's $30, you get all the champs. Plus it's in an open beta still, so there could be bugs to fix, and people don't want to buy that certain champ, but maybe that one needs to be tested. Now you have all of them.
Yeah.
You get them, they're ready to go.
Yeah.
Then your buddies,
good
like
stuff.
even me, I'm talking about the damn game. I've been playing it for a while.
Like,
I
I'm
was in
probably
closed beta when it first came out, and it was phenomenal. Now the
Yeah.
changes they made, the visual changes to the maps, because I was
No,
at the
it's-
local
it's
LAN
good.
center.
Yeah,
I was at
it's
the
looking
local
really
LAN
good.
center, and I almost shit my pants because the game looked so good. I was like, "This is Smite? You're kidding me!"
Yeah.
It
really
looked
good.
amazing.
Yeah, to
It
be
really
truthful,
did.
I'm not even like playing it right now, but I'm probably going to go and buy that pack because I know I'll be playing it eventually. Like it's a fun game to play, so
It
even
is.
without playing it currently, I'm definitely going to get that pack just so I can have all the gods.
I mean,
Yeah, you should
Nice, but
definitely
it's
play.
different. It's different.
locked
It's
in
not.
loose.
Not
That's right.
like I mean Dota and Han and League of Legends they're similar, but they're different, but they're still so similar in the sense that whereas Smite is completely different in the way that it plays like an FPS. It is third person, everything. So it's kind of nice to have that change.
Well,
Yeah.
they've done a really good job with the game so far. There's a couple of the changes they've done in the recent patches where like abilities and auto attacks like push back the creeps. Like
Yeah, I don't like that one.
I don't
either.
like
understand
the
why that
pushback.
changes in the game. It's
So-
so dumb.
So
But it's
abilities that
beta,
don't have,
though.
like-
they can do that. It's,
Yeah.
at least it's not like here's launch and we're going to add all these features in right now. At least because this is beta, so this is the chance to give your opinion on what you think is good and what you think is bad. Because they've actually they removed the ability to buy. What was it? What they do? Not the gear or anything, but you could buy abilities,
Yeah.
and they took that out.
Yeah.
What do you-
That
They made
seems
some big
weird.
changes to it, but I still
stats,
think they're
that's right.
doing good.
So you would be able to buy stats with money with like last
Well, not
Well,
money,
it
money,
was
but
It was like summoner spells from League, right?
no,
No.
not really. The stats changed when they added it was like basically when you were like max farm, or there were some that were kind of broken like HP5 and MP5 early. Like if you just bought 2 ticks of HP5 or MP5 early game, you were like fine.
You'd stay in lane
Yeah,
forever.
you
That's-
could stay in lane
Yeah,
forever.
you could put
That's
point
crazy.
just into specific stats, like you said, cooldown
Yeah.
reduction, MP5, like regen and stuff like that. And yeah, you could. I mean, if you got 3 or 4 of those, you never had to buy pots. You didn't have to do anything like that. It was
basically
ridiculous.
basically it was more of an end game. Like when you have your max item build and it's a 60-minute game and you're sitting there buying nothing but pots and wards at the end of the game, it just gave you something else to put your gold into, which was cool. But then
It's
at
just
the
a
same
weird
time,
way
it
of
was
doing
like,
it.
It's just kind of dumb. I think one of the major changes that Smite needs to work on right now is adding more items, different
Yeah,
items.
there is a short amount of items in that game, I guess you would say. When I went and looked, it was like you bought these and this is what you did. There was no like shooting over to different things. There wasn't too much
Well,
variety, I would
it's
say.
pretty much. It seems like a cookie cutter build. Like everybody is like, okay, this
Exactly.
is the best build you can get for this. Rather than
that's-
being able
that's
to
normally-
brand.
there's very little counter building. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you see if you're playing a carry, you see someone building tanky, you're like, okay, well, I need magic pen or armor pen, and there's only a couple items that are even good to get those stats. It's like one of the thing that I think about is you don't have like item slots really. Well, you have item slots, I guess, but there's no like on use items. Like
No,
in
like
years of
actives?
newer, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you have like active abilities that you can use like sprint and Aegis and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but
But you
there's no
don't have
items
like
that
an
have, like,
item that has an ability built into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
which I always
Like
thought
League of
was
Legends
really
type deal.
fun. I mean, in
Well, I
years
mean,
past, you got like Assassin's
once
Shroud and
yeah,
PoE
because
and stuff like
once you
that.
add those like Dota, once you add those into a game, you have more of a skill base. I would think, not your 1, 2, 3, 4 abilities. Then you have your active abilities, and it's like it really gets to a higher skill cap when you can use all those and your abilities successfully. So I'd like to see that.
Well,
That'd be
there's a
kind of
lot
cool.
of stuff as far as like I was watching Angry Testy play Han last night. I usually chill on his channel late at night when I'm, getting ready for bed. But one of the things that's so funny to me now that I've played Smite for so long is when you're like a ranged god and you're like auto attacking somebody, your auto attacks just go through other minions, and that's something that I like about Smite because you can kite
Your
through
minions.
in and out of your minions, and if they're trying to auto attack you, they're gonna hit your creeps.
Yeah.
And I always just like that because it's adds like a whole nother dimension into like the laning phase to where you're not only like evading their attacks, but using
Yeah,
your
the
minions to
jukes,
block.
the like juking people in that game seem to be more skillful too. Like you were saying, you weave in and out of your minions, use your abilities to get away, and then on top of that, they have to aim. That's another thing that I really
Yeah.
like. Instead of like League of Legends and Dota and everything, you just right click on them and they just attack.
Yeah,
This
for
one, you
sure.
got to do the whole. You got to do everything, which that's what intrigues me a lot about the game. Is it's a first-person shooter kind of game with a MOBA style atmosphere, skill based, and it'll be successful. I really see it being huge. I don't. They said there was a patch coming out that's going to make the game even better. I don't know if that was the God pack they were releasing or not, but
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, somewhere they tweeted or they said that there's going to be a bigger patch to come out and it's going to blow your guys' mind. So I was like, oh, okay, well, sounds good. I like to see updates through games. It shows that they're doing effort and actually caring about their titles.
I mean, they've put out gods in a fairly
Mhm.
respectful time frame. It's been like every week and a half, 2 weeks roughly, where it's like a new god's being revealed, and then a few days later it comes out.
They have
It's
a
been
lot to
pretty
work
good.
with too. Like that's another thing. Like everybody knows these gods. They've heard about them sometime. I mean, they're gods in some sort of mythological world type deal. They're there, so they got a lot to work with, and they're bringing them out, which is great. Poseidon came out, releasing the Kraken looked phenomenal. Like to be able to AOE people and knock them in the air like that, it looked great. It's awesome. So they got a lot to work with. So
Fi's talking about what do you think about them reducing gold per second and basically messing it up for people, giving people more gold with turrets going down?
Killing towers.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's hard to notice it when you're actually playing, to be honest. Like it's hard to like feel the whole snowballing because it still feels like gradual to me. Unless you're getting like a ton of turrets down right away. If you're doing like a pushing strat and you get a ton of turrets down really quickly, then you'll see the change really, really early on. But if you're not like really taking turrets till 20, 25 minutes in, by about that time you have enough items to where you're clearing creep waves instantly pretty much anyways, so it doesn't really feel that big to me, to be honest. I think it's more of a nerf to, tanks that don't really
need that.
farm and they just
Yeah.
kind of passively protect.
Well, is there
and
any?
aren't attacking creeps, so
Is there any items in the game that give you like gold per 5 or anything like that? So your tanks and support champs are relying on this gold per second type deal.
pretty much.
So
It's pretty much the same as any MOBA, really. It's just
yeah,
at that, and they increased the cost of wards, so that is another kind of slap
Yeah.
in the face. Well, I mean, to be honest, tanks are overpowered in Smite. They've
That's a
been overpowered in
huge-
Smite for like since I've played. So
Well, I mean, Ymir, like he was probably, if not the first tank that I've seen, and I just thought that he could spray everybody and freeze them instantly like that. Like that was like, holy shit! That's to me, I thought it was broken when I first seen it. Maybe it's not, but
no, it's the AOE 3-second
Ooh.
stun is pretty
I
strong.
just I see it. It's pretty nasty. But I mean, that's how that game is. Like, there's a lot of champs in there that can do a credible amount of damage pretty quick due to their abilities, and CCs.
Well, it's not
kinda
that
strong.
Ymir does a lot of damage. He's actually probably the lowest damaging tank.
Well,
but
he gives you the
his
crowd control abilities.
survivability,
Yeah.
and his
Yeah.
utilities just probably
Ymir,
right up there. Yeah.
Ymir was by
kit's
far
real strong.
my favorite god when I played the game. Like I had a time it was like a 60-minute game, and my team got wiped, and I 5v1'd at our base and won us the game. It was like Ymir is just so good with his utility and everything. Like he just holds for so long.
Yeah, he's very strong. Very, very strong. Okay, have you been playing Smite recently? I don't feel like I ever see you on anymore.
No. I haven't played Smite since before Poseidon came out.
Dang.
So yeah, I've been so drawn to Minecraft.
That's
caught the
fine.
bug.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad.
There's
But I'll
nothing wrong
try
with
and get away from Minecraft and play some Smite.
You guys still playing the Feed the Beast or whatever?
Feed the beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that?
It's crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot to it.
I mean,
There's,
Minecraft was already a lot, and then this Feed the Beast mod triples it.
Yeah, if not more. There's so much added to it. It's insane. So you'll have to come check it out. But it's crazy.
What are some of the fun things that you guys have done with the new Feed the Beast mod?
You've got. Go
We're
ahead,
doing
Kaya.
farming, like making these machines that basically you never have to chop a tree down ever again. It does
They
it
go
all.
around and chop trees for you?
Yep. You can be lazy.
That's OP. Nerf.
Yeah, they got the farms. They got factories. They got all sorts of stuff. You can do the pipes and just transfer all your materials and stuff like that. So like it'll just harvest stuff and send it in. So you don't even have to go out and farm it. You can just use the resources. You can make diamonds. I mean, you can do all sorts of stuff.
You guys
And then
run into any more wisps?
Yeah,
No.
we ran into a few. We ran into a few friendly ones. Some nasty ones. We ran into.
Wait, they can be friendly?
Yeah,
Yes.
there are some friendly ones.
Like, what do they do? What's?
They just fly
They just
around.
fly
They don't
around.
nuke you. They don't like electrocute you. So at least they're nice about it. But we
funny.
ran into a Naga, a Hydra. We're gonna have to go kill those one of these days. So
Oh,
probably
yeah.
do that on stream, and it'll be pretty exciting. So
Nice. Good stuff.
and a good little MMO aspect into it. But
That's funny.
yeah.
Oh, and
I
then
played-
I did wake up the other morning, and I was watching Boy Wonder before I went to bed, and he was nice enough to sing me a lullaby. So we're gonna have to get a highlight of that.
Oh no!
It was a little bit of a dirty lullaby. It was pretty funny.
Ooh,
so
dirty
was good.
lullaby.
yeah,
That's good.
That's
yeah, we're gonna have to get a highlight of that one. And
happens,
yeah,
man.
Gen found the lich in Minecraft, but yeah. So I woke up in the morning, and Boy Wonder was still playing, but he was playing Smite now. So
Yeah.
it's fun to watch him play. And
Was that
I
Friday?
don't know what day it was.
I don't
It's fun
remember.
watching new
If it was
people
Friday,
play,
I was ripped that night. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I had a blast playing Smite, like with the buddies and everything. We were playing arena, so we were trying to coordinate our ulties and everything.
Yeah,
And
it was Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
So Saturday morning.
Oof.
So we're gonna have to go find that highlight. We'll make a highlight of that
Oh, my
lullaby.
Lord.
And
It was a good night. I'll say that, man. Yeah, definitely. It was fun. It was fun.
Good.
it was
I think
good
I-
to see you. I'm like, oh man, Boy Wonder's playing Smite. It was perfect. And I turned on my monitor, and there you were. So it was cool.
Nice. Good. Yeah, I'm definitely, like I said, I'm definitely gonna be back into that game. I'm gonna play it. It's a nice little kick of a MOBA style for me, and I enjoy it. I enjoy shit out of that game. I'm not gonna lie. It's really
Like-
fun to me right now.
Honestly, I've played League of Legends. I've played Dota 2. I played Heroes of New Earth. If I'm not playing Smite, I would prefer Heroes of New Earth. But I just feel like Smite is just, I don't know. I like the way it feels. I don't like having to constantly click and like a click and spam. Hold cancel, click spam, hold cancel. Like that stuff just gets boring and old for me. And I think the skill cap for Smite is higher just because of the style it is with the
Yep.
whole first person skill shot thing. But then
The
also
aiming.
it's easier to get into as well. Like it's got that high skill cap, but it's also an easier MOBA to kind of transition into, I feel. At least.
I would definitely like
agree.
to, next time you do some sort of tournament setting or whatever, let me know so that I can come in there and watch it, because I would love to see some high level 30 players play that game. Because
Oh, I wouldn't call
when I'm
myself high
thinking,
level.
well, I mean, just you have a
Whoa,
better.
back the truck up.
You have a better grasp of the game than I do. Like normally when I play a game, I theory craft a lot. Like if I'm not playing the game, if I really enjoy it, I'll sit there and think about it. I'll go
Yeah.
back there, watch a different stream, and I'll think, well, man, what if I did this or this? And I'd like to see what level
Yeah.
30s think compared to like me.
I
you know,
remember
coming
I
back
remember
into
the
game.
first night I played Heroes of New Earth. it was back when I was in college down in Florida, and my friend got a beta key for it, and then I was watching him play, and I was like, "Man, that looks pretty sweet. I've never played Dota or anything like that." I'm like, "That's pretty sweet." So he sends me a key. That night I play for like 8 hours, dude. I didn't go to sleep. The next morning, I got class at like 9 a.m. I'm like sitting there. I'm like, he's like, "Did you go to sleep last night?" I was like, "No." I slept through the whole class. Got up. We went out into the cafeteria, and all I did was like I just ran through like every like hero and was trying to figure out all their abilities, and I was so pumped.
Definitely.
But I was kind of the same way as soon as Smite came out. Luckily, there was only like 20 gods.
Couple to,
there were like 60 heroes.
My brain didn't explode and stuff. Yeah, for sure.
It's fun. It's a really fun game.
See, Arma 3. I see some question here. Who's pre-ordering Arma 3?
Doesn't that pre-order alpha start tomorrow?
I think it does, actually. Yeah. Wait, does it? Let me check.
I'm like 99% positive it does.
Yeah, I think it does, yeah. Arma 3. It looks good. Screenshots that I've seen so far look amazing. I wonder what kind of mods can come with that. Like,
I heard it's going to have modding capabilities within the game, so
we're going to have another...
It's going to be pretty open to...
Everybody's saying, yeah, tomorrow, so...
I actually got a, like, collector's edition or whatever from... I think it was... Someone from Bohemian Interactive or something gave me an Arma 2 like collector's pack. I didn't even install all of them. I still have like, you know how many expansions there are for that game?
It's a lot.
There's like 10. I'm like, I'm not gonna install all of these. Oh,
what?
I don't know if I'm gonna get Arma 3 though. To be honest, I think it'll depend on the mods because I'm not really into first-person shooters if they're just like military first-person shooters.
Like simulator style, yeah. That's the reason why I got Arma 2 was DayZ.
For completely different reasons. Like I like DayZ for the PvP and the atmosphere. I actually got on DayZ a few days ago teaching my buddy Ryan how to play DayZ. And it's so frustrating. I hate that, when you're trying to teach somebody and you're like,
just
okay,
don't grasp it.
Go to this server. He goes to the server. He spawns literally far west of the map. And I spawn far east of the map. I'm like, this is dumb. Okay, so try to kill yourself. And he's like running around trying to kill himself. And here I am. Dude, it was so fun though. These kids, I was trolling these kids so bad. They were instantly these like 14-year-old boys talking in the side chat. And I was like, I was messing with them so bad. And then I killed this guy that had an M107. He started shooting at me. I turned around with an Enfield, popped him. Took his M107. I was lighting people up. My buddy wasn't having any fun because he couldn't get near me, but I was in electro sniping people, and I was laughing my ass off.
The Lee Enfield is, if not my favorite gun in that game. I love that gun so much.
Go on.
I did a video on YouTube where these guys tried to kidnap me at the airfield, and it was 2 helicopters and me. So I put myself into the firehouse and killed all 3 of them and took the helicopter with the Lee Enfield. It was so badass. Like the stream blew up. It was amazing. And then I did a victory lap and crashed the helicopter because I don't know how to fly.
I've crashed one too.
I don't. I literally don't know how to fly. So
what a waste.
I felt like
I'm the number 1 helicopter pilot. NA. Easy.
That's like me. I go and I played the Arma 2. The only time I've ever played Arma 2 was to learn how to fly. So I went through the tutorial and learned how to fly. So I get this helicopter, and there's a video of this. And so Deegan, we're playing, and I'm like, he's like, pick me up. So I'm like, you want to fly? He's like, yeah, I want to fly it. Everybody's freaking out, Of course, he didn't know how to fly a helicopter.
It started off great, though.
Yeah.
Autopilot.
It lasted about 90 seconds. So.
Whoa! Okay, hold on.
Hold
on. Okay, the beginning, the takeoff and the first 90 seconds were sexy. And then Ace told me to turn around, and nobody told me that Z and X were to rotate. So I was trying to turn with, I don't even remember what.
Trying to turn it like an airplane.
Yeah.
Never mind, there's a mountain and trees in the way.
That's how I got one on Wasteland, and my group was up on the hill, and I was on the other side of town picking up this helicopter. I get in it within 10 seconds. I take off and just cruise straight into the mountain, just explode and kill everyone. It's not.
The best thing to do is when you're flying, just freaking parachute out, let everybody else just fall.
What was really good when I was playing, from the times that I did do it, we we got on a server and we repaired this helicopter. It was me, my buddy, Yeti Nation, a couple other people. And I'm telling you, it took us probably 2 to 3 hours to fix this helicopter because we had to find these parts. We kept dying to other random people. So we finally get it going. He takes off on it, drops us off because we found a supply depot, and he crashes our helicopter. So 4 hours of my life was wasted to try to repair this helicopter that he crashes instantly.
I can't tell you how many times something like this happened on Daisy. Where you'll spend 6 hours going north and collecting good gear just to start heading back south to kill people with it and
just dead.
Teleport it up into the air. I've had so many times like that in Daisy. That's one of the reasons I can't stand the game like right now. Although I did have fun playing yesterday. And yes, Gen did say something in chat about my friend. We finally met up after I literally told him like 17 times, I'm on the hill north of Electro. That's where I was sniping from. And finally, he starts I told him to like open his map, put a waypoint,
so he knows
where I am. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, he's like, "I see somebody," and I'm like, "Don't shoot me, I'm on the hill." And he goes, "I'm gonna shoot him." He shot me and broke my leg.
Oh,
so then I tell him,
I'm gonna shoot him.
So then I tell him to go into town and get me some morphine. He goes into town, couldn't figure out how to break the glass on the hospital, and dies to Zeds because he was shooting his Enfield. So I had to crawl mode all the way into town with this M107. That's all I had. And I, like, morphined myself, and then I logged out in the church.
Wow. Good stuff.
The amount of times I've been that guy in the position where I just accidentally shoot my friend is too many.
Yeah.
All the time on stream too. Like I'll be playing with a group, and like, oh god, the last time we were leaving a store, and I was like, I'm leading, and then my friend was already outside, but he didn't mention that. He comes to the window, and I just blast him in the face, and he just instantly dies. And everyone in chat's like, you just killed your friend. I was like, no.
There's at least 4 or 5 videos on my YouTube of me and Fi accidentally killing each other.
Yeah, I'm always that guy. Like, I always shoot first and ask questions later, and it gets me in trouble.
Well, at least you can loot his stuff and then meet up somewhere. You know, that's always good. It's a great laugh for me, at least. I mean,
yeah.
I kill my people for lulz, anyways. I'm a bandit. Kill anything that moves.
Yeah, that's same here.
I was really looking forward to the what is that, Survivor games. Like when I was playing Daisy, I would love to get into that with Bike and Soma doing the Survivor games. Oh man, can't wait for the next one.
It's fun, man.
Yeah.
I actually picked up a weapon in the last Survivor games. Unfortunately, never got to shoot it.
Never had to shoot it? I heard people were like running each other over with vehicles instead.
Sometimes, yeah.
I was like, oh man. I was like, I don't know. I was just give me an infield and it's GG. Game over. So,
I let Turkeyfoot take the infield. I should have taken it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm doing research on this the showdown effect.
Oh wait, no, it was me and Fi. Yeah, no, it was me and Fi in the last Hunger Games. Fi had the Enfield and I had a Winchester. There were 2 times though where I could have had a shot if I would have had the Enfield, but I was out of range with the Winchester. Kind of sucked. Ended up getting me killed too. I could have totally shot Lyric when he was running out of that town if I would have had that Enfield.
Nice.
Okay. So is there any other questions, anything anybody wants us to discuss, talk about here in the chat before we start to wrap this up? Because I don't want to just ramble on for another 50 minutes if it doesn't have any meaning.
Yeah, it's up to them.
You played Daisy with me a long time before Reaper? That's awesome. I can't even really remember. When did I start playing Daisy? I think it was like June. Like June through like the end of August was like non-stop Daisy.
Yeah, well, I'm a recent player. Because I always started with the War Z. I knew about Daisy. I just didn't like the Arma 2 engine. So then once I started playing the War Z, a couple people, Yeti Nation and Saint, got me hooked on Daisy. I started playing that, and I fell in love with that game more than I did the War Z. Once you get the learning curve of that game and you learn the UI system,
that are so clunky in the beginning. But it's so much more in-depth and fun.
Yes, it feels satisfying when you defend yourself or just all out just rape a town.
Well, see, the thing is like better. The arcade feel from War Z, when you kill somebody, it's not as satisfying.
Yeah, I mean, you could just respawn and go, yeah. That's how I felt with the War Z, is I can just go in there man mode style. If I die, well, all right, cool, you know. And at least in Daisy, like there was no global inventory or anything. I had to go back and find that stuff again, and the chances of me finding it again, yeah, you could, but it'd take a little longer. So like
I don't
you
like
really had to
global.
be careful on what you did, and that's what I
Global's
liked.
so
And plus
dumb.
the game looked good too. Arma 2 looks amazing. The Daisy looked good. So I've
Yeah.
high
Definitely.
hopes for standalone.
And I know a lot
For
of people
sure.
have been talking about War Thunder. I personally am not super into like World War II planes, but I've heard a lot of really good things about that game. People are loving it, and it's free
Yeah.
to play from what
Free
I've
to
heard.
play. It's the same style of what is that? World of Tanks. Same
Yeah.
UI layout as
Yeah.
World of Tanks. I don't think it's by the same company, but
No.
if you want to play tanks, go play World of Tanks. You want to play airplanes, play War Thunder. I got my dad hooked on it. He loves World War II. He's been flying around planes and shit like that. So, I mean, it's very very easy to get into, and it's very fun too. Once you kind of understand how the game modes work, it's sometimes not all about deathmatch, and there's tons of planes. I mean, there are so many planes in that game, and there's going to be a patch in the future where it's going to upgrade even more planes to it, because it still is an open beta, but it looks phenomenal. The game's great for a free to play plane simulator arcadey style.
For sure.
It's amazing. It looks great.
So that note of war games, anyone played PlanetSide 2 recently?
I heard that was infested with hackers, man.
Yeah, I haven't played it since.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think
I don't
TM
know.
Cheats got a hold of it, and there's like people like glitching through mountains and.
Yeah,
It's a shame.
it's every game that will ever be like that will eventually succumb to hackers.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just nowadays it's so easy to just obtain those.
It's
and
not even that it's easy, it's just that people are so determined to do it that it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter. It's only a matter of time. A lot of companies put a lot of time into their, code and their anti-cheat stuff, but it's just not enough.
No.
It's not enough time because if someone wants to figure out how to get in there and hack stuff, it's going to happen.
Yeah, I love the PC gaming, but that's the one thing. If you want to play like a multiplayer game of that sort, unfortunately, console, and I suck with a controller. I really do. I mean, a lot of people are great with it. I mean, keyboard and mouse is the way I want to go. But if you want to play like Call of Duty and things like that and avoid the hackers and cheaters and stuff like that, that's really the only way you can do it.
Yeah. And
Unfortunately.
it's so sad because I am a PC fanboy. I've been a PC fanboy, and just to see our games become that way, that's like Deegan said, it succumbs to that. Hackers be everywhere.
Yeah.
They'll just decode your stuff, and it's just ugh. I can't go back to a console, man. There's no way, dude. There's no way.
Yeah.
I tried to hold a controller and play Call of Duty, and it was awful.
Harn, I know a couple people that have gotten into the Marvel Heroes beta, and I'm so bitter.
I just hate
towards them.
I just hate
I
seeing
know,
what he just.
so
I just hate
I've
seeing
heard
that.
that it doesn't look very good though at the moment. So I
Well,
don't
it's
know.
very
That, I
early
just got-
beta. It's
Right,
early
exactly.
beta.
Very early.
Exactly. So
My
it's
buddy's
probably
got
not
it.
too bad a thing, but
Yeah, my buddies got it and said it was good. It ran good. Like the backgrounds look good. The characters look okay, but the animations for their move sets look horrible. He said
Animations
they're
are generally
terrible
the last
looking.
things that are tweaked.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
in
what I
the
told him too. I said
game
it'll be
process, so-
fixed. But he said there's a lot of loot. He said it's just like Diablo where he's killing bosses and they're dropping loot and picking through it. And he says it's got that feel.
One of the
that go
questions
around and
I
loot
have
what your
about that
buddy
game
do.
is how. Okay, so for people that have watched my stream recently, I've been playing a little bit of X-Men 2 or X-Men Legends 2: Rise of the Apocalypse, which was an old game that came out in 2005 that is similar to the way Marvel Heroes is going to be, where basically you
Yep.
have a team of 4 instead of just being you, and you go around, you kill things, they can drop stuff, and you have different abilities you can choose to level up or not, blah blah blah. But like talking about Marvel Heroes got me pumped to go back and play that game, and now I'm so pumped because if Marvel Heroes is done well, I could definitely get sucked into that game. Like I'm
gonna lose a lot of
I
time.
love Marvel.
Period. Just from the simple fact that it's from the creators of Diablo 2, and all the videos that I've watched on it so far, he has said we've got the background of Diablo 2 and so forth into this game. If you love Marvel, you love running around as a Hulk, or you want to play as Iron Man, they have skill trees. They've got loot systems, loot drops for you, not your group. So there aren't those people that just bought the shit out of loot when it drops.
That's a good thing that
That
they
was
did
one thing
in
that he
D3
said.
that was
He
good too.
hated that. Yeah. When it came to Diablo 2, he hated that loot drop for a group of people where nobody got it. One dude would just be spamming buttons, so it's all different now. There's like medals when you kill bosses. There's costumes, which I thought were fantastic. The way they did costumes, bosses have a chance to drop costumes for you, and you can also craft those costumes. So you don't necessarily have to spend real money to get certain costumes. You can craft them throughout the game as you play.
What about, okay, so I know that you can obviously play certain heroes. Can you also create like your own hero and customize them?
I don't think so. I think everything so far we learned is characters in the Marvel series. So
there's
you will create your whole.
Where you can like pull powers from different people. Because that
I don't think so. No,
awesome.
The only thing that makes your character different is the costumes, your gear set, and how you do your skill tree for that character. I mean, it could change in the future. Maybe they might drop a patch like that because I think that'd be interesting. You'd be able to create your own. Yeah,
that would honestly right there would like add a whole lot to the game to me.
A whole depth, yeah. Huge
people love
the only issue I think they have with that though is balancing it, because if you create your own, then you have to, mix and match your powers and all that kind of stuff, and then you're gonna end up with,
I mean, I think if
here's the here's the way to go with this series of powers, and
At the same time, though, like I mean, I think it can be balanced. I mean, Path of Exile balanced it, and everyone can use every ability in the game, and if you do it and build however you want, so they could balance it. It would just be a little bit tougher for them to do.
Yeah.
I think if they gave you a certain set skills for a created character, you could pick what role you wanted, then make that character look the way you wanted to. I think they could go that route, which to me I wouldn't mind. I mean, if I want to be a healer or DPS, but the visual aspect is what I like. I'd like to visually make my character how I want them. That's how I see Marvel. Marvel's just that whole universe where anything kind of goes. So I'm really excited about the champs they have so far.
If they do like, a 1 through, I don't even know how many abilities you're technically going to have, but let's just say 1 through 5. If they do like a 1 through 5 where if you want to customize your ability powers, if for every superhero that you can play, you can choose one of the powers from slot 1. So say slot 1's like a ranged ability for every guy or every hero, and then slot 2 is some sort of defensive ability, and then you can choose a defensive ability. You can do something like that. That would work.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know.
Well, I'd like to. That's why I'm so excited for PAX because it's coming up here soon. I'm going to PAX and I'm hoping that they're there. I really am because that's probably going to be the first booth that I hit. I really want to know like the ins and outs of this game. I want to know how it's going to be developed in the future, so forth. So I'm definitely going to grab as much information about this game as possible. This is, if not, the only game I am super excited about so far.
We're talking about Marvel Heroes. Yes, Marvel Heroes.
So. We'll definitely see. I'm stoked. I hope I get a key here soon. I get a key, I would love to get up in there and the Hulk smash some things around.
Yep. Marvel Heroes, Daisy Standalone, and Elder Scrolls Online. 3 most anticipated games for me that are
much. Well, I just downloaded the Showdown Effect. I've been kind of following the Showdown Effect a little bit and watched some gameplay on that. It looks pretty good. Cheap little... I guess it was like a 2D scroller shooter type deal where you kind of go up in there and deathmatch people. But that's what I just downloaded. I'm probably going to play it tonight on stream for sure. But
awesome. All right, well, let's start to wrap this up. I guess we'll just go through everybody and talk about what you guys are going to be streaming this week and whether or not you're going to be streaming. I know Kay has kind of been a little, AWOL with the schedule, but... Kay, what you got planned for the week?
Well, I'm hoping, as long as everything goes well this week, or I'm not having any family issues, I do plan on streaming, at least popping it up at least 2 or 3 days this week. I just don't know when. But as long as you follow me, you will know when I go live.
Yes.
Yeah, there it is.
Kaya, post your stream in my chat. What is your stream? Is it just Kaya?
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Everybody go follow Kaya. And Boy Wonder, what is your plans for the week, kind sir?
My plans are going to be Monday through Friday.
Nobody cares. On to TV.
Exactly. Move on.
Next.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm actually changing my stream schedule. due to the fact of my children and my girlfriend. I've been spending a lot of time 6 a.m. in the morning streaming, going back to bed, waking up at 8, taking care of the kids. So Monday through Friday, I'm going to be doing that. And then Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to take off. I know a lot of people were waiting for me to stream this weekend, but it just was not going to happen because I don't want to die. I'd like to live. I don't want my girlfriend beating the shit out of me. So sometimes you gotta, she's smother me because we sleep right next to each other. So definitely going to hold off with that. But I'm going to be streaming League of Legends, most likely trying to carry myself out that bronze. Hey. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, yeah, I am going to carry myself out of bronze. Maybe a little bit of Showdown Effect and I don't know, maybe back. Definitely Smite. I will be playing Smite for sure.
All right.
100% playing Smite.
Very cool.
That's about it for me, man. For sure.
Okay. TGM, what you got planned, son?
You'll be seeing Ranked Fives League this week. Maybe some solo queue. We just picked up a new 80 carry who was his highest EL last season was like 1880, so he was a platinum player. And Path of Exile for sure. I got to do some level on that. I just hit 50 on my Ethereal Knives Witch. So yeah, and maybe some Smite because our 80 carry plays Smite as well. So maybe some Smite with him.
Sounds good. Love it. Curvio, what you got planned?
It'd definitely be some Smite on table this week. I got to get back into that. Probably a little bit of Minecraft. Tomorrow I'm going to do Tomb Raider. So,
Tomb Raider. Nice. You can definitely let me know how that is for sure.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm looking forward to that.
Huge Tomb Raider
Get
fan.
some of that going tomorrow.
Definite.
Probably mix it up.
Sounds like a blast. I'm going to be there. I don't know about you guys, but I want to see that Tomb Raider for sure.
Did I do your...
No, the link isn't right.
Oh,
You
why
forgot
is the link? Why did the link not work?
There's no.
You didn't put the slash.
There's no
in.
slash. Yeah, it's just.
I'm like thinking
Oh,
I
geez.
spelled Curvio
PB
right.
Curvial.
Go home, you're drunk, Deegan.
Go home, Deacon. You're drunk.
Go home, you're drunk.
It's Twitch TVK.
There it is.
All right.
Cool.
Well, that's it. And then I guess for me, tomorrow, I will be streaming from my new room.
Ooh.
Very
Nice.
exciting.
Finally get to see
so
it. Okay.
excited.
Oh, yeah.
So
Nice.
I'll
Are you going to
literally,
keep the webcam around and let us see it?
I will. Yeah, I will.
Better.
Very
I want to
awesome.
see that carpet. I want to rub your
I
little
put
bare
a
feet in
picture
the
of,
carpet.
up on Twitter of the carpet. Yeah.
I want to see how shaggy and thick it is. Is it like the 70s style carpet, or do you
Dude,
just
I
feel like
wish.
that standard?
I got a comb. I got a special comb for my carpet. I gotta
Oh.
run it through.
Okay.
Nice.
No, I don't have that.
Picking out that
Yo,
throw, huh?
Curvio's like, nice. Okay.
No, he does. Every time he gets off his chair, he just stands up, moves the chair around, and combs his carpet, and puts the chair back.
No. Okay, but seriously though,
That's what
I
she
should be
said.
streaming in my room tomorrow. Hopefully, we have to do a little bit more touching up the paint because we did a little bit of scuffing of the paint when we were putting the carpet in. I don't know if anybody's ever done that, but it can get quite violent at times.
Yeah.
So we got the carpet in. We have to put a couple more Ethernet ports so we can plug Ethernet cables into the wall. We got to put drywall on one of the back walls. Doesn't need to be paint or anything. We just got to hang drywall. Shouldn't take long, and then basically it's just kind of cleaning and I need to stain my door tomorrow. That's pretty much it.
Nice. Done.
Excuse me.
You gonna have a green screen? Set green screen and so forth?
Actually, I ordered 2 green screens. I ordered a 5x8 green screen, and I ordered a 5x5 green screen. So the 5x5 is going to go behind me. The 5x8 is going to go behind the couch on the other wall. So I ordered them on the 22nd from a website called eefx.com.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot that they actually, when you order them, they make them as you, so they don't have them in stock. They don't just like, oh,
It's
here
gonna be
you
a
go,
little
boom.
longer.
Yeah, so I had to wait a little bit longer than I thought, but they should ship out tomorrow, and then they'll be hung, probably by the
Nice.
end of the week, and then we can start messing around, having fun with some green screen stuff. I got a couple
Looking
fun
good.
things planned for that. Trust me.
Chroma key at its finest. I like it.
I got some good stuff planned. Okay, so that's
Vegan
it.
in space.
And pretty much for me this week, guys, I'll be streaming, Smite, Skyrim, and what other game was I planning on streaming? Oh, we'll probably play some more X-Men Legends 2, Rise of the Apocalypse, just because I'm kind of pumped for Marvel Heroes. But I don't start streaming usually till 5 p.m. Eastern Time, roughly. And then I stream till probably about 10. But yeah, that's what I got planned.
Sweet.
You gonna go for that
Sounds
first
good.
place win on Sunday? Got second fights this week, so no
Yeah,
reason
you
you
guys
can't
did
go
that.
for
You
You know,
first.
the team we played,
That was awesome competition to watch. It
You know,
absolutely
and
amazing.
Quake-
So much fun.
they seem like pretty cool guys too. Like they were very well mannered in the end, and you know, and I don't feel like our skill levels that far off. I think the first game was really really close. I think if
First
we
game was
would've-
extremely close.
I
yeah.
think if we would have had different item builds, we probably could have came out on top that game. But you know, it was fun. I think we need to scrim against them more because we're pretty close in the skill level, and I think it'd be good. I think they're better than us. I definitely think they're better than us. They're a good team, and
Cool.
yeah, I mean,
I'll
I
be
definitely
there.
think we can stick with them though.
I will be there. I'm gonna watch it for sure. I want to, like I said, I want to see decent level Smite play.
I'm gonna
So,
feed.
hey, that's fine. Do that in League of
I'm
Legends all
level
day
one,
long. It's no
level
biggie.
1 tank in the left tower.
Just going in. Just
It doesn't
don't
even
care.
do anything really. That's the funny thing. Like you can literally go tank the tower and die, and nobody gets first blood. Nobody gets any gold. It
Get
doesn't
that
even
damage on that tower
matter.
though.
Yeah, there, get that damage in,
The
son.
damage. You never know. You never know when you're pushing right lane and that little bit of
Oh,
damage takes
gosh.
that tower down. You never know.
It's true. It's
Hey,
true.
could be the win, dude. Pushing to the Phoenix.
All right, but that's it.
Cool.
That's it
Sounds
for the
good. Thanks,
podcast
guys.
this week.
Awesome. Been a
Thank
blast.
you guys for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching, guys. Everybody, I linked everybody's stream in the chat.
Cool.
Please
I'm getting
go
ready
follow
now.
them.
I'll be live in probably another 10 minutes
go
or so.
check 'em out.
So
Oh, Graveyard
Ooh.
Skinny. Go check out Boy
Crap.
Wonder. He'll be streaming here in a little bit.
Cool.
Good watching you guys.
Yeah.
Harry.